Dear students, good morning to all. Now we will going to revise this chapter 17, Forest Our Lifeline. The forest. What is forest? The forest. On Sunday morning, the children packed a few things like a knife, hand lens, a stick, notebook, and others. Okay. Listen, the Tibu young boy, the age group, the nearby village, who was taking cattle for grazing along with his aunt. He was very agile, running here, that to keep the hair together. Listen, when he saw the children, Tibu also started walking along with them, while his aunt went on a different path. As soon as the forest Tibu raised hand, singled them keep quiet because noise could disturb the animals living in the forest. Listen, the forest also found in lot of trees, plants also living in forest. Okay, listen. Next, listen, the forest has a habitat, the monkeys, mangoes, okay, also the some forest animals, forest buffaloes, trees also found in neem tree, and then bamboo tree also found in forest. Neem tree, a lot of neem trees and bamboo trees also found in forest. Then sesame, then samal plants also found in forest. Then the land where the children were walking was uneven and covered with many trees. Tibu helped them to identify salt, teak, samal, sesame, neem, palish, fig, kahir, amla, bamboo, kanchnar, also found in forest. Okay, the Professor Agamat pointed out there are several other trees, shrubs, trees, herbs. Are you remember, students? The forest also other trees, shrubs, herbs, and grasses in the forest. The forest floor and the trees were also found in forest. Okay, listen, the wooden items. What are the wooden items? You list like plywood, fuel wood, boxes, paper, matchsticks, and furniture. Okay, do you know that gum, oil, spices, fodder for animals and medicinal plant are also some of the products which we get from the forest, which are also get from forest. What are the things get from forest? This answer. Okay, listen, the forest product. What are the forest products? Honey, a wooden statue, sealing wax, gum, ketach, also forest products. What are the names of forest products? Okay, are you students, all of you, see this picture? Forest products. What are the forest products? Honey, sealing wax, wooden statue, ketach, and gum. Okay, then next, crown. What is mean by crown? The forest also found in many crown trees also found in. What is mean by crown? Some grow up into trees. He added the branchy part of the tree above the stem is known as the crown of the tree. That is the crown of the trees. Then canopy. What is mean by canopy? What is mean by canopy? Or you remember, students? Crown, canopy. What is mean by canopy? The tall trees look like a roof over the other plants in the forest. He told them that this is called canopy. That is a canopy. Okay. The next, visit to a forest. Listen, the trees that you observe, such a height, shape of leaves, crown flowers, and fruits also draw the crowns of some trees. The Professor Agamat pointed out that trees had crowns of different types of sizes. These had created different horizontal layers in the forest. These are known as undestroyed destroys a giant and tall trees constituted the top layer, followed by shrubs and tall grasses and herbs formed the lowest layer. It is some crown shapes trees. This is some crown shapes of trees. Listen, forest floor. What is meant by forest floor? Forest floor means the brownish leaves also found in the land side. That is forest floor. Then next, they came across numerous insects, spiders, squirrels, ants, and various other small animals on the bark of the trees, plant leaves, and on decaying leaves on the forest floor. Okay, what are the came across the numerous insects, spiders, squirrels, ant, and various other small animals on the bark of the trees, plant leaves, and on decaying leaves on the forest floor. They started making sketches of these creatures. The forest floor seemed dark colored and was covered with a layer of dead and decaying leaves, fruits, seeds, twigs, and small heads. The decaying matter was moist and warm. The decaying matter was moist and warm. Next, for example, the grass is eaten by insects, which in turn is taken by the frog. The frog is consumed by snake. Listen, that is a food chain. Okay, this one is a food chain. Define food chain. That is a 2 more questions. Okay, food chain: grass, insects, frog, snake, eagle. The many food chains can be found in the forest. All food chains are linked. If any one food chain is distributed, it affects other food chains. Every part of the forest is dependent on the other parts. If we remove one component, say trees, all other components would be affected. Okay. Then next, interrelationship of plant, soil, and decomposes in a forest. Listen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, photosynthesis. Listen, sunlight, sunlight to oxygen, carbon dioxide, the photosynthesis, during photosynthesis. Okay, then next, decomposes nutrients, soil, water, then releasing oxygen. Okay, intake of carbon dioxide, releasing oxygen. That is a interrelationship of plant, soil, and decomposes in a forest picture. Okay, then Professor Ahmed asked children to pick up leaves. The forest floor observed them under the hand lens. They found tiny mushrooms over a decaying leaves. They also saw an army of tiny insects, millipedes, ants. All of you know this lines, students. And the ants and the beetle on them. They were wondering how these organisms live there. The Professor Ahmed explained that apart from these animals, which are easily seen, there are several organisms and microorganisms that live in the soil. Okay, then mushrooms and other microorganisms also eat. Professor Ahmed replied that they feed upon the dead plant and animal tissues and convert them into a dark color substances called humus. The dark color substances are called humus. That's all. Then next, the microorganisms which convert the dead plants and animals to humus are known as decomposes. Define decomposes. Define decomposes. All of you listen, students. Microorganisms which convert the dead plants and animals to humus are known as decomposes. Define decomposes. This one is a decomposes. These microorganisms play an important role in the forest. Microorganisms play an important role in the forest. The mainly role microbes. Okay. The faculty removed some dead leaves and discovered under them layer of humus on forest floor. The presence of humus ensures that the nutrients of the dead plants and animals are released into the soil. From that, these nutrients are again absorbed by the roots of the living plants. Next, balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Listen, oxygen, animals, carbon dioxide, and plants. Then next, rainwater drips from trees, seeps into the ground. Transpirations and evaporations. The closed canopy and many layers of vegetation slow down the speed of raindrops. The root system helps water to seep down in the ground. That is, rainwater drips from the trees and the seeps into the ground. Listen. The forest disappear. The amount of carbon dioxide in air will increase, resulting in the increase of earth temperature. Then second one, in the absence of trees and plants, the animals will not get food and shelter. In the absence of trees, the soil will not hold water, which will cause floods. Then deforestation. What is mean by deforestation? Will endanger our life and environment. Think what we can do, preserve our forest. Listen. We get various products. What are the various products forest found surrounding us? The forest is a system comprising various plants, animals, and microorganisms. In a forest, trees form the uppermost layer, followed by shrubs, herbs form the lowest layers of vegetations. The different layers of vegetations provide food and shelter for animals, birds, and insects. The various components of the forest are interdependent on one another. The forest keeps on growing and changing and can regenerate. Okay, in the forest there is interactions between soil, water, air, and living organisms. The forest protect the soil from erosion. What is meant by soil erosion? Then soil helps forest to grow and regenerate. Then forest or lifeline, the forest dwelling communities. Then forest influence climate, water cycle, and air quality. Okay, that's all, students. So go through this fully lessons. I will give some question and answers. So all of you read and write in your rough note and send my WhatsApp number. Okay, thank you, students. Next we will go to discuss about question and answers. Okay.